Invisible Cities is a novel by Italian writer Italo Calvino. It was published in Italy in 1972 by Giulio Einaudi Editore. Description: the book explores imagination and the imaginable through the descriptions of cities by an explorer, Marco Polo. The book is framed as a conversation between the aging and busy Emperor Kublai Khan, who constantly has merchants coming to describe the state of his expanding and vast empire, and Polo. The majority of the book consists of brief prose poems describing 55 cities, apparently narrated by Polo. Short dialogues between the two characters are interspersed every 5 to 10 cities and are used to discuss various ideas presented by the cities on a wide range of topics including linguistics and human nature. The book is structured around an interlocking pattern of numbered sections, while the length of each section's title graphically outlines a continuously oscillating sine wave, or perhaps a city skyline. The interludes between Khan and Polo are no less poetically constructed than the cities, and form a framing device that plays with the natural complexity of language and stories. Marco Polo and Kublai Khan do not speak the same language. When Polo is explaining the various cities, he uses objects from the city to tell the story. The implication is that each character understands the other through their own interpretation of what they are saying. They literally are not speaking the same language, which leaves many decisions for the individual reader. The book, because of its approach to the imaginative potentialities of cities, has been used by architects and artists to visualize how cities can be, their secret folds, where the human imagination is not necessarily limited by the laws of physics or the limitations of modern urban theory. It offers an alternative approach to thinking about cities, how they are formed and how they function. Historical background: the travels of Marco Polo, Polo's travel diary depicting his purported journey across Asia and in Yuan dynasty China, written in the 13th century, shares with Invisible Cities the brief, often fantastic accounts of the cities Polo claimed to have visited, accompanied by descriptions of the city's inhabitants, notable imports and exports, and whatever interesting tales Polo had heard about the region. Structure: over the 9 chapters, Marco describes a total of 55 cities. The cities are divided into 11 thematic groups of 5 each: cities and memory, cities and desire, cities and signs, thin cities, trading cities, cities and eyes, cities and names, cities and the dead, cities and the sky, continuous cities, hidden cities. He moves back and forth between the groups, while moving down the list, in a rigorous mathematical structure. The table below lists the cities in order of appearance, along with the group they belong to. In each of the 9 chapters, there's an opening section and a closing section, narrating dialogues between the Khan and Marco. The descriptions of the cities lie between these 2 sections. Awards: the book was nominated for the Nebula Award for Best Novel in 1976. Opera: Invisible Cities, is the basis for an opera by composer Christopher Serrone, first produced by the industry in October 2013 as an experimental production at Union Station in Los Angeles. In this site-specific production directed by Yuval Sharon, the performers, including 11 musicians, 8 singers, and 8 dancers, were located in different parts of the train station, while the station remained open and operating as usual. The performance could be heard by about 200 audience members, who wore wireless headphones and were allowed to move through the station at will. An audio recording of the opera was released in November 2014. The opera was named a finalist for the 2014 Pulitzer Prize for Music. See also: Roland Barthes, Oulipo, Structuralism, Surrealism. References. External links: The Invisible Cities Become Visible, excerpts from Invisible Cities, review by Jeanette Winterson, Italo Calvino Sparks Obsessions, Erasing the Invisible Cities, essay by John Welsh, University of Virginia, Fabulous Calvino by Gore Vidal in the New York Review of Books, Calvino's Urban Allegories by Franco Ferracchi in the New York Times, Invisible Cities Illustrated, Far Currency LLT, Invisible Cities, Portraits of the World's Cities Painted with Sound, Silvestri, Paolo, Afterword. Invisible Cities. Which man? For which polity? In P. Heretia, P. Silvestri, Good Government, Governance and Human Complexity. Luigi Einaudi Unregistered Trademark S Legacy in Contemporary Society, Leo Olszki, Firenze, 2012, pp pages 313 to 332. https://ideasreap.org/59535 html